welcome back to my channel. cassb here. If you're new, hi, nice to meet you. I already love you and you are also loved by our creator. In this video today we are going to be doing a daily makeup routine. Some of you guys have requested it, and so I figured why not make a video about it and show you guys. I'm not a makeup expert at all, totally far from it, but I do love doing makeup every once in a while, aka a lot of the time. And I have some deals on some stuff because I do not use designer brands. I shop at Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Walmart, anything like that. So let's get started. Okay, so prior to this, I have already washed my face with Rodan & Field's Recharge. This is not the face wash, by the way. This is step 3, and I use this as my primer. This is what it looks like. 3 Recharge, and it's Protect and Blur Broad Spectrum, and it also has SPF 30 in it. And I'm going to use that as my primer because I like the way it makes my skin feel. It makes it feel clean but also moisturized, and I have really oily skin, and it doesn't make it feel oily, it doesn't make it look greasy, which right now it does, but I'm about to fix that. Okay, so I have a mirror right here, so I just moved y'all up a little bit so y'all can see what I'm doing for everything in my makeup tutorial here. This is so weird because I'm not going to make it all, so I'm going to probably do it all wrong. So I'm going to start out with my Rodan & Field's moisturizer, which also doubles as a great sunscreen. I wear this at the beach almost every time I go. I just put a couple squirts of it on my fingers. And I start by just putting it everywhere and making sure my entire face has it. And also it doesn't smell bad like some primers slash sunscreen slash moisturizers kind of have a funny scent. And it smells so good. And it makes my skin feel so soft and not oily at all. I'm kind of like dealing with breakouts right now, as you could tell. It's really bad. And down here and like up here, and it doesn't make my face break out at all. And their soap, their face soap, which is the first one, oh lord, the first one in this regimen works so well with my skin because I feel like it leaves it less oily than, you know, before the wash. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and start off with kind of just like priming my face like I just did, but underneath my eyes and stuff like that. And so I use Clinique All About Eyes Rich. Clinique All About Eyes Rich. And it's like the harder, a little bit of a harder one. And I do it underneath my eyes. I suffer from like really bad dark circles, and I have been led to believe that they are from sinus issues because I have really bad allergies, and so I have been led to believe that that is what they are from. So that's what I believe. So I put those on my eyes. Okay, next we're going to, this is so weird because I don't really like going in order when I do my makeup. Now I'm getting like flustered. Okay, so now I'm going to take this Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline, and I am going to go underneath my eyes and over all the problem areas. And you're probably like, you haven't even put on foundation yet. I know. I like to do this because, one, I feel like it hides underneath the foundation also, but 2, I just feel like it gives me a little bit better coverage than not doing anything about my problems. We're going to put that everywhere that we have an issue. I have a little breakout on my nose right here. Let's go down, and I'll put them down here. And it's not a lot either, it's just like barely anything. So like as you can see, it's not even anything. And then I take my beauty blender, I spray some Mario Badescu, whatever it's called, on there and use that to blend in what I just put on. I just feel like doing this adds a little bit more coverage than not doing that at all. So I go ahead and cover up all those bumps that are really annoying and have no purpose whatsoever. And underneath my eyes also. And then now we're going to get on to the fun part. Now it's foundation time. and y'all are gonna laugh because I use like a bunch of things, but okay, so I use Stay Matte by Clinique. A lot of the stuff that I use is Clinique, unfortunately. I know it's on the pricier side, but it just helps my face not break out as much. Right now, this is just because of hormones. So I mix Clinique Stay Matte with e.l.f.'s Flawless Finish Foundation. I'm just going to do a little disclaimer here. e.l.f. foundation for me makes my face a little bit more oily than it was before I put it on. But if I mix it with this Clinique Stay Matte, then usually it will not really cause me any issues throughout the day. But my nose and my chin will get so oily by the end of the day if I just use this e.l.f. So I have to mix in, you could really mix in any matte foundation with it, but that's just what I like to use, so that's what we're going to use. So what I do is I take e.l.f. and I put it, well, that much. I don't really like to use too much because what if I don't need all that? So I put that right there, and then I take the Clinique and a little bit on that side, a little bit on that side. And so you're like, oh my gosh. And I told you before, I'm not a beauty guru, so like, don't come at me. And then I just take my beauty blender and I kind of just like mix all of that. And then I'll go underneath my eyes, across my nose, on my eyelid, and just back across. I used to never put foundation on my eyelids, and it sounds like crazy for me to say out loud, but I never did. I don't really know why, but I just kind of thought it was stupid. I didn't really have a purpose or anything, but then now as I get older, I realize that it sets. Yeah, I put it on my lips. I'm one of those girls. I feel like it sets, and you can kind of see how oily their foundation is. You can kind of start to see how like shiny my face is getting. And the reason why, if y'all are going to come at me about a shade or something, like the shade color or whatever, my skin color fluctuates so much because one minute I'll be super tan, the next minute I'll be super sunburned, and the next minute I'll be super pale. So like there's no medium for me, and so this just seems to be like the norm. Like this is usually just what my skin stays at all the time. So if y'all think about coming at me for the color, don't, because I've already heard it. And I know. And I just called myself out, so. I just make sure it's all kind of blended, and then I take that extra and kind of just go on my nose and accrete it. The faces I'm probably going to make during this video are going to be so tragic. So don't make fun of me. Please. So it's already done a really good job underneath my eyes, just kind of like by itself. So on a normal day, I would use Born This Way Too Faced concealer, and I use a shade medium, and it matches up exactly to this foundation I have on my face. But since today my eye circles aren't too bad, I think I'm just gonna not use it and skip that part, because I don't want to waste it, and it's pretty expensive. Although I did get it at Marshall's for like $13–15, and that's a really good steal. Also, I'm telling y'all, you need to go to Marshall's to buy makeup. Marshall's or TJ Maxx. Okay, so the next step I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this setting powder. You've probably all heard of it. Oh crap. This setting powder, original formula, something Airspun. It's the orange cap. I got it at Walmart. I will tell y'all till the day I die, unless it's Clinique makeup, I don't buy like regular overpriced makeup, just because I don't see a reason for that. When you can go to the drugstore and buy the same thing just for a way cheaper price. Okay, so I take the setting powder here, and I go underneath right here, because I usually have a lot of breakouts right here. And then I'm going to take a little bit, I'm going to go right down on my forehead, because that part of my forehead gets super oily super quick. And then I'm going to dust it off. I'm going to take some more and go on the sides of my nose. Oil control. And so while we're letting that dry, I'm going to run downstairs really quick and get my new eyeliner I got. And I'm going to eat some gluten-free popcorn. I got on this gluten-free diet because I'm going to try it to see if it helps my nausea. And so far, I don't feel nauseous. I just feel really, really hungry all the time. So I'm going to run downstairs, get my eyeliner, come back up, and finish. I'm going to enjoy my popcorn, okay? I wish we had some. Yeah, y'all do. Okay, so I'm back, and I grabbed e.l.f. liquid eyeliner. I did a live yesterday on Instagram, and Sophie said something about using e.l.f.'s eyeliner. And I use e.l.f.'s, I use a lot of e.l.f. stuff, because e.l.f. is so cheap, and it's really good quality also. So if this works out, I'm really going to love e.l.f. I use their Instant Lift Brow Pencil in the shade Neutral Brown. And I love it because I mess up eyebrows all the time because I'm not, you know, licensed to do eyebrows, and so I'll mess them up, and I can just, I can just fix it really quick with that. Oh my gosh. Usually while I'm doing my makeup, I'll turn on One Tree Hill, but I can't because I'm talking to you guys. And I'm pretty sure that's copyrighted. They would find some way to copyright me. Or not copyright me, monetize me or demonetize me or whatever. I have the worst TikTok songs always stuck in my head. It makes me so mad. It's always like, not the bad ones, but it's like, freak like me. I don't need that in my head. Like, there's no reason for me to have that in my head. I do. Eyeliner. Before I do my eyeliner, I like to curl my eyelashes, kind of like life hack, because it tends to smudge my eyeliner, which I don't know about this one because I haven't used this one yet. I like to turn them up and curl. My eyelashes are typically like super curly already. Like, I don't know if you can see that side super curly. I don't know what happened to that side. There's just days where they just don't exist. If only I could have Madison Pruitt's eyelashes. I think every girl, literally every girl, every Christian girl wants to have her eyelashes. Let me do this really quick. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. I just messed up so bad. When I tell y'all I'm not good at eyeliner. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I just got it all in my eyeball. Do y'all see that? My eye is turning black. OMG. Okay, well, that was an experience. Gosh, did y'all see how black my eye just got? That's insane. Wow. It didn't start hurting until just now. Oh my gosh. Other than my eye being super inflamed and super irritated, the eyeliner kind of worked out well. Oh my gosh, wow. That was a wake-up call right there. I don't even need no alarm. Now that our stuff is set, I just brush over it with a regular brush. And then after I do that, I go back on top of it with my Clinique Beyond Perfecting Powder Foundation and Concealer Duo, and I get it in shade 4. I get it in shade 4 Cream Whip. And I just put some on my brush like this. And proceed to set all of my foundation. Now that I just set all the powder on my face, now I'm going to go on top of it with eyeshadow. And I'm going to go delicate today because now my eye feels like I'm going blind. So, there's that. I use 2 palettes all the time. And I use Naked by Urban Decay, the basics. And then I use Icon by Absolute New York. And it's something I found at TJ Maxx for $4.99 a super long time ago. The Urban Decay, right here, I've dropped it about probably 5 times. And so, I used the brush that came with the Icon palette. And it's just like a little brush that says Icon. And one side's flat, and then one side is the crease brush. And so I take the flat side, and I take the WOS color, which is right here, obviously, most used. I take that, and I use that on my lid. And then I'm going to take this Naked 2 color, which is right there. I'm going to take that on my brush and dust it off. And I'm going to outline where I would like my color to start. And sometimes if I'm not doing a lot that day, I'll just use that plain sometimes because I'm not doing a lot that day, or it's just kind of natural, like it's just a natural look. And so sometimes I'll just roll out with this. And that's what I love about Urban Decay stuff, is that I can just roll out with something so simple as that and it would be enough. Like, it would show up in pictures or whatever. So I'm going to take Naked 2 again, and I'm going to go over here and outline exactly where I want, and I'm just taking it like that and going on the crease. Of like, if I shut my eye, it would be closed right there. So I'm going to take the faint color right here, the faint, that brown color, knock it a little bit, and then take it more over on the right and bring it. Once I go ahead and feel like they're somewhat even, which they can never be, you know, look perfectly the same or anything. So, I had to look in the mirror for most of that, so I went ahead and fast forwarded it, so y'all didn't have to watch me struggle with that. But this is what they look like afterwards, and I know they might not look perfect or whatever, but that's literally as good as it's going to get. I don't like them to be too dark, especially when like I'm wearing an activewear outfit or something like that day. So what I like to do is take my same powder that I put on my face in my big brush and take it and just go like that. And I feel like it kind of tones it down just at least a couple notches to where it looks semi-normal. And so then we're going to hop on over to mascara. And what I like to do for mascara, what I like to use for mascara is Lash Stiletto by Maybelline.
And I just take it and I start from the bottom. And I wiggle and I blink. And then I finish off the top, so I wiggle and I blink. That's what one coat looks like on both of them. And then I'm going to go in for my second coat. On the side.
And so that's 2 coats. And usually I'll just go ahead and keep it there, especially if I'm not going anywhere or taking any pictures or whatever. I use Great Lash Maybelline in the blackest black, and it's not waterproof, so I could just easily wash it off. And I just take that and just go on the very ends of my lashes, and it just helps make them a little bit more defined. So this is what three coats starts to look like. And I think the mascara works great, especially for my lashes, because I feel like it separates them and just defines them. And once they dry, I curl them, because if I curl them while they're still like wet with mascara, it'll stick to the curling thing. Last but not least, I will go in with my eyebrow pencil and do my eyebrows. So what I like to do is outline them, and I'll show you once I outline them. I like to kind of like brush through them. And then now what's left is the front part, and so this one I jacked up the other day on accident. This is what they look like. Obviously they're not perfect, and obviously they look nothing alike, but they're not supposed to be twins, they're supposed to be sisters. So there's that. After this, I'm kind of done with everything, but I do like to go over the corners of my face with bronzer, and I use Clinique's True Bronze in shade 2 Sunkissed. And so I'll just go over the corners of my face and my forehead, the top of my forehead, with it to make it look like I got a little bit of sun. Anyway, so that is my makeup routine. I'm now fully done with makeup. I'm not doing anything to my hair just because I don't feel like it, so yeah. Okay, before I forget, really quickly, the makeup holder that I have started using is on Amazon for around $18 to $20, and it's called Revolve, and it will also be tagged below. It has it looks like a mess in here now, but I promise it's actually sorted. It has these dividers where you can take them out. I'm not going to do that because it takes a little bit to get it out, but once you get it out, it divides them into sections. So like right here is all my powdered foundations. This is my bronzer, concealers, foundations, primers, and then lashes. And so it comes in like each of these sections, and then up here is where all of your brushes are. And even if you're not that much of like a beauty guru or anything, it's so nice to just be able to zip it up and put it underneath the sink. And then right here has a little zipper pocket where I put my palettes whenever I'm done, and then you zip it up and you're done. I hope y'all enjoyed this vlog of kind of my own makeup routine. Everything will be linked below. All you have to do is click the link to shop. Today's verses of the vlog are Psalm 16, 5 through 8. It says, Lord, you alone are my portion and my cup. You make my lot secure. The boundary lines have fallen for me in pleasant places. Surely I have a delightful inheritance. I will praise the Lord who counsels me. Even at night my heart instructs me. I keep my eyes always on the Lord. With him at my right hand I will not be shaken. I read that this morning during my quiet time, and honestly, I felt so comforted by that, because a lot of the times I struggle with feeling content and feeling satisfied in life, and whether or not I'm getting the full extent out of life or not. And reading that verse just made me really realize that God is the only one who can fully satisfy the desires of my heart, and whether I'm living life to its full extent is whether or not I'm sharing his name and glorifying his name every day. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys. Comment below any suggestions that you have on future videos, what's going on in your life, prayer requests, anything like that. I'd love to hear. Like I said, you can shop everything in the link provided below. Be sure you're subscribed for more videos. I post them every Thursday. I'm praying for you guys. I love you guys. cassb out.